This little video is really for me. I've got two mandolins here and I want to see what they sound like coming through the speakers and in front of the microphone and that kind of thing. So mandolin number one is a Gilchrist Model 5. I'm not sure how old this is, but it is pretty old. 95320. So, you know how I know I have known this mandolin at least 20 years. So I know it's one of my favorite mandolins, and it's been in for a little bit of work, which is in some other videos. I just strung it up again. It's got nickel bronze strings on it, and this is fresh off of a fret job and a crack repair and some other things like that. Mandolin number two over here is my personal mandolin. It's a Krishot 2002 model. It's an Engelmann spruce top, maple, and it's X-braced, and it has a bolt-on neck on it. So this is a typical Krishot. And I keep thinking about getting a new mandolin, like an Ellis or something like that. As I was sitting there A-Bing this, I thought, man, that Krishot's got some pretty good game. I'm not sure another mandolin's going to really step up a whole lot from that, especially for the amount of money I'd have to pay. So I just wanted to hear these two mandolins on video. And I'm going to sit here and play them. I'm going to A-B them back and forth and that kind of thing, and just listen to them. So you can follow along if you want to, or you can go watch another video. So let's do some chopping first. What do I think? I hear typical wood differences in them. First, this is, like I said, is an Engelmann spruce top with an X bracing in it. And my experience in this configuration of mandolin is it's, how do I say, a fuller sound maybe. I'm going to say my other personal mandolin is an Elkhorn mandolin. It has an Engelmann spruce top, but it has tone bar bracing in it. And it sounds more like this Gilchrist here. The Gilchrist has got tone bar bracing, and I'm sure it has a red spruce top. It's from Australia, so maybe it doesn't have a red spruce. I'm not sure what kind of spruce it has. But it has, to me, a red spruce type of sound, where Engelmann has always, to me, had a sweeter high end to it. I've played a lot of Engelmann spruce guitars. I have one, and my other Mario Poo is Engelmann spruce. And I played other people's Engelmann. I played other mandolins in Engelmann. And every time I have been able to pretty well pick out Engelmann spruce, there's a certain sweet high into it that maybe I'm sensitive to since I have a I have hearing aids, and I have a high frequency loss. And so maybe I'm a little bit sensitive to gains in that department. And maybe there's a certain frequency that I don't hear as well in the red spruce tops, because my experience, red spruce mandolins, is they always have a high end that's way up high, way up there. And so there's something missing for me in that sweet mid-range. And these have a lower type sound to them, which I played probably 9 Gibson F5 lores. And there's a certain, and I don't like them that well. I mean, I would have one for sure. But there's like a harshness to it almost. So that's what I'm hearing in this mandolin. It sounds great. I love this mandolin. I mean, this, is still been my favorite. But that's what the difference I'm hearing here is when I get up in the A string. Listen to the A string on this one. It's rounder, This one to me is fuller sounding. Yeah, that's a fuller sound to me. Sure, that's the difference I'm hearing. And you guys with different hearing, different things like that, you pick up different things. But, that Krishot's got some game to it. I like it. And the other thing about this is the neck is a little bit slimmer, front to back, because when I first got it, it had like a 6-inch radius, which a lot of mandolins have. And I flattened the radius down to about 16 inches because I prefer a flatter radius. And in the process, it thinned the fingerboard down more than I expected. And the neck felt skinny to me. So I ended up putting thin, tall frets that I custom made out of guitar wire. And I thinned them down so that they were thinner but still tall to get some height back. Anyway, what I noticed about that, even though I prefer a little bit of a chunkier neck, what I think I'm doing is that thinner neck lets me get my fingers straighter down like this. A fatter neck, my fingers tend to hit a little bit more on the tips. And on this mandolin, I can really get my fingers, right down on the fret. Consequently, I think it plays a little bit cleaner for me. And I know I've A-B'd it with the Elkhorn, and people say, yeah, you're a little bit cleaner on the Krishot. And this has got the thicker neck on it, which is a really comfortable neck. I love the feel in my hand, but I do think that I can't quite get my fingers to bend quite as much on this. Just a little, Small thing. The point of that being is I think that there are some advantage to me of having that little bit of a thinner neck, even though I like the feel in my hand of this, and especially for chopping. But I think there's some advantages to that slightly slimmer neck for me as a player. So I think that Krishot's got some game. I don't think I'm going to be looking for another mandolin. I think I'm going to hang on to. I'm definitely hanging on to that. That's the problem. I'm not getting rid of that. I've had it since it was brand new, and all the way on the neck here. That's me, and so there's no way I'd get rid of this mandolin. And it's like, well, what do I need another one for? But I'm gonna be curious to hear this on the TV and on a good sound system. Hear these two mandolins from up in front, and I'm also interested in your comments too, what you think about it. But that's what I noticed. I think I hear the trebles a little bit better on that one. And I also noticed that on my elkhorn mandolin. My elkhorn sounds a lot more like this one. When you get up into the trebles here, I don't hear them quite as good. And when other people are playing it, I hear it pretty good. So it projects those trebles out. But sitting here as a player, I don't hear it quite as well as that mandolin. That Krishot is still a little bit of kind of a fatter sound to me. But boy, I sure like this mandolin. Yeah. It's a good sound of mandolin. This is fun. So I'm going to play it a little bit more before I give it back and make sure I did a good job on the frets and some things like that. Go watch the videos on the work that I did on this, because putting the cleat in here on the cracked top seam was quite a challenge. Boy, it looks great too. You can tell that it has been split, but it's not open. It's closed up. It looks really good. And again, my elkhorn has the same problem. It's split along the top seam, and I fixed it just like I fixed this one. And it's held for about 11 years now. So that looks really good. And I put fat frets on it, so it's got fat frets up on the first 12, and then it's got the skinny frets on the rest of them. So I'm sitting there playing, and I'm going, they play good. They've got a little bit more of a solid feel to them. And so we're going to play it some more. So we'll see you later. Leave a comment and let me know what you think about the two mandolins, which one you prefer, and why you preferred it. What differences do you hear? So see you later.